Hey, so we're back and we're gonna make a cherry blossom today because they're all in bloom right now. And it's gonna be sort of in between a white cherry blossom and a pink one. The pink ones are a little more, I don't know, like puffier. So I like them better, but we'll just go in between. So bring your cube, have that in the center. That's gonna be our reference point. And then we're gonna add a plane. And we'll control 3 that. And then tab in, add a couple edge loops. And then control B. Add one in the center here for where it curves. And with proportional editing on, just gonna bring that up to curve it like a petal. And then same with the bottom. Oh, we can make that a little bit smaller. And that has all these little like cut parts, so we'll do that. Also, I don't like how this is really, it's not really curved enough, so let's try this. Turn that off. So I'm going to take these and give them a bevel. And then bring this one down. And you can just duplicate that first, and then I'll bring these back a little bit and then down and smooth these out. And then this kind of looks like it needs more curve here. So I'm going to bring these down also. And then I just selected 2, and then I'm going to curve that. To the right side. And let's curve this bottom part here. And let's see what happens if we go into sculpt mode. Oops. Just make sure it is symmetrical. And that's a little better. Okay, just being a little too picky. We're not even going to see this bottom part. So we'll go to... That's kind of it for the petal. I think that's good. And then make a couple more and change the way they look. Probably bring this out a little. And so we'll make this center. And we're going to use a curve just because it's just the easiest method. So we can rotate that. And then just give it some thickness. And go here and then just set your cursor. And we can use a icosphere and then just bring that. I like the icosphere because it just remains pretty low poly. We can just give it like one subdivision. And that's kind of it. One thing I think could look nice is we should also set it'll be easier if you set the cursor here, but just makes it difficult when you're trying to manipulate the flower. So maybe wait a little bit, but I'm going to make another one of these and just rotate that up because it kind of looks like it doesn't really, but it sort of looks like the inside of a cherry blossom has another layer. Well, in any case, I think it would look kind of neat. And all right, let's make a mirror. And you can just copy that, copy modifiers. And so we'll do let's copy this one. And then we'll make one more copy. Let's set that cursor here. And then for this one, I'm just going to go to 3D cursor so that we can do that. Because a cherry blossom, it's got 5 petals. And then the bottom 2 are kind of off a little. And what am I thinking here? Can't join these yet. So yeah, for every single stem you're gonna have to just make another one. And instead of going Shift D, you can just do Alt D. And we'll set the origin to the center and then so that can be kind of annoying to have to do that for everyone. Or you can turn this into mesh and then Alt D these, but I like to have the center of the flower always looking a little bit different. Like if you have all of the little stem parts the same, it just looks a little, it looks kind of bad. And yeah, so then the last steps will be to make a couple more of these and then go into each of these petals and change things around so they don't all look the same. And for the, maybe we'll make we'll make one. The leaf part is so easy, so we don't really need to, but why not? Let's make one. So Control 3 that, and then Control R, and we'll bring that up. Let's just go S to bring that, make that smaller, and then because we want, actually, let's bring this. Click 2 and then bevel that, and there's your leaf. And you can also bevel this, and then just bring that center line down a little bit. And then for the, you can just paint in all the details, like the lines of the leaf. And I was like, oh, what happened to my flower? It's too big. So we can mirror that. And then choose the cube again. And there is our cherry blossom. Oh wait, it goes this way. Oh, that's kind of... Okay. And then it doesn't really have a stem because it's on a branch. And, but you could, I think you could make a stem that would look nice. And yeah, make a couple, let's make a couple more of these first. It's starting to look like an orchid to me. Anyways, next I think we'll make a magnolia because that's one of my absolute favorites and they've been in bloom for quite a while. They're gonna start disappearing, which is always so sad because they last for hardly any time, but yeah, I will see you in the next one.